Ladies and gentlemen, I just ask my great honor to be stand here to take part in the annual conference of Innova. I know that Sweden, the country, is famous for its tradition of innovation, but China, that's maybe the most the first. I think it's the speed, developing the speed is a very fast country. They need innovation. Just like mentioned, that the president of China had ever mentioned, we need innovation not only in the technical fields, but also especially in the city planning and the social to deal with all these challenges we are facing, economical, social, environmental, and also the political, all these issues. So just now, Professor Wolf had introduced what they had done in China, but I just want to introduce what we had done in China, because from planning to implication is very, very difficult, especially in those areas. They need good planning, but also they are scared of the techniques and also the innovation ideas. Okay, but let's go first. The first way is I just want to introduce the urban planning. All these pictures is that the waterfront rendering that ever taken place in Caofeidian. And then after that, we signed the cooperation things at 2008. That's the Suico's concept planning master. That's the master plan picture from Suico. You can see it's very different from Chinese traditional planning because in our country, up to now, most cities planning is we call it super block, about 500 to 500 and spread around just for the cars. Most of the mayors in China think it's a very good plan for them because it's so popular. You can see in Shenzhen and most of Chinese newest cities. But here it's very different. It's with very small blocks, about 200 to 200, and with the BRT loop, and also the land mixed use was be operated here. And then after the first phase, the concept plan, Chinese planner do our master plan. This is the master plan for about 74 square kilometers. And before that, this is the 34 square kilometers concept plan for the first phase. And then that's the whole area plan for 74 square kilometers, and about 800,000 people will live here in the future 10 to 12 years. So why is, but you don't think it's a big city. In China, the size of this city is just the medium-sized cities. So after the planning, that's the great challenge for us, how to operate all this process. And then we make, this is the detailed controlling plan for the about 12 square meters of the waterfront area. And it was made by Chinese planners. Then Suico and other foreign firms give us, oh, your detailed plans need to be updated with the development and the construction process, because they often think there are still some problems inside it. So, but the Chinese planner, they don't think so, because in China up to now we only use 6 indicators to control all this construction process. But so that's the reason why so many Chinese cities looks just like similar because of the 6 indicators lose all of the local characters and all these what they need to do. So it must be very complicated. And then we update to the next phase. That's the north part of the 35 square meters. And you can see a little bit different from the first 12 phase, waterfront phase. We call this one is R&D park. And there will some universities and academic research institute will move from Beijing to here, and some good residential area will be established. Okay, what we have done up to now, because it's just 1 year after the planning was made in 2009, and 1.5 year. Okay, we had what we had done is most of the infrastructure works, and also some facilities for the people who will move in. For example, as some road and the green transportation, green energy, and also something we had done for the digital city. And then we will introduce the construction process. This picture shows, the rendering shows that's the first residential project over in the new city. It was about 80,000 square meters, and probably about 500 dwelling units for the young people who will move in. And this project won maybe the first prize in our province for the greenhouse 2-star prize. In China, it's different from Sweden. We have over 3-star greenhouse certification system. But the standard is not so high. After this one, our goal is to, in the future, every building in our new city have to be the highest price, 3-star, or maybe above the 3-star. Okay, so it was not so complicated to catch this target. Okay, this is some picture from Europe, but it including all these things we are doing. It's including the pedestrian and the cycling plan for the city, and also we arrange the project for BRT system. What we used is the electrical bars made in Caofeidian, just like the governor had ever mentioned. In Michigan, they are doing the battery and the electrical vehicles, but in China, in Caofeidian, we are making the same things. Yeah, the battery industry and also the vehicle, especially the bus system is established in our city. Okay. And also we used windmill and also the biogas because in the plan of Sweco give very good advice to establish they are called resource management center. It will combine what you had done in Malmo and in Stockholm, all these techniques combined together to provide heating, district heating, cooling, and also the biogas for the fuel of the buses. And the infrastructure. just like I ever mentioned, the resource management center. But what is the problem we are facing is we have to find all these biosolids resources from other area because we are so new. There are no people here, no bio waste, no the organic foods. So we have to looking forward all these materials like as a regional disposal center for the whole area. And also, the city is use a great area for landfill, and all this land is reclaimed, and the soil with very high salt percent. So we have to control the sand percentage, and we have very good cooperation with some Holland design company. They have very good experience to control the the salt percentage and also controlling the water qualities. Yeah, that's the building designed by Suico. That's the sustainable center. It will be opened the next year, summer, to the citizens and also the tourists to show how to plan eco-city from the beginning and then what is the good lifestyle for them. And that's the high school we are put into construction for the first high school. And this is office building. And another commercial buildings, we call it Diamond Center. And that's the 5-star hotel and the conference center located on the waterfront area for the meeting and international meeting. But I do think the most important from planning to implementation is we have to control all the process. And this indicator system is what we ask Sueco and especially Wolf and his doctor students to make this system. It includes about 141 indicators, but like I had mentioned, from 6 indicators to 141 indicators, it's a great gap between that. So we have to localize all these indicators. We divide it into 3 levels. From the master plan level to control plan level and detail and architecture level, we divided all these indicators to different levels to apply that. I think because it's only 1 year and a half year, 1.5 years implication works we had done, but I do think Caofeidian is a very good platform for Chinese local government to see how a city, to see the whole process, how to plan it, how to implement it, how to control the operation process. In China, we had about 670 cities, and among all these cities, maybe 200 mayors just announced we want to be an eco-city, but most of them didn't know what is an eco-city and how to operate, how to build. So I do think China, especially the local cities, not only the biggest cities like Beijing and Shanghai and Guangzhou, these very developed cities, but all these local cities, they need Swedish conference, and also they need idea innovation and other institutional innovation. Thank you.